Hello friends, welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about book, Who is Bill Gates? By Patricia Brennan Demuth, published in 2013. Before the world knew him as a billionaire innovator, before Microsoft transformed every office and home on the planet, there was simply a curious boy named Bill. A boy who loved asking questions, solving problems, and pushing limits. In the quiet corners of his childhood home, Bill Gates didn't just play with toys. He took things apart, studied them, and put them back together better than before. His mind was always racing, hungry, unstoppable. When he discovered computers, it was like finding the missing piece of his soul. The glowing screen became his canvas. Code became his language. And possibility became his playground. From spending endless nights at the computer lab to building Microsoft with Paul Allen in a tiny, messy room, Bill didn't wait for the future. He created it. He believed that one day every home, every school, every person would have access to a computer. People laughed. Experts doubted. But Bill Gates didn't just have a dream, he had the courage to pursue it relentlessly. And when he succeeded, he didn't stop there. He used his wealth not for power, but for purpose, tackling global disease, poverty, education, and inequality through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. His journey teaches us. Curiosity builds genius. Persistence builds success. Compassion builds legacy. Who is Bill Gates? By Patricia Brennan Demuth offers an inspiring, simple, and engaging portrait of one of the most influential minds of our time. The book traces Bill Gates' journey from a bright, mischievous child to a global icon who reshaped technology and devoted his later life to philanthropy. Early life and extraordinary curiosity. Born in Seattle in 1955, William Henry Gates III grew up in a supportive and competitive family. His parents encouraged reading, learning, and ambition. Bill's sharp mind was evident early. He was endlessly curious, constantly asking questions, and often lost in thought. He read books with the intensity others reserved for sports or games. His parents enrolled him in Lakeside School, where Bill was introduced to something that would change his life forever. A computer terminal. In the late 1960s, computers were rare, expensive, and mysterious. But the moment Bill typed his first line of code, he was hooked. Computers weren't just machines. To him, they were puzzles waiting to be solved. Along with a few friends, Bill spent countless hours at the computer lab, sometimes breaking rules and pushing boundaries to maximize computer time. He wasn't afraid to experiment, fail, or break something, because every mistake was a lesson. A partnership that changed the world. At Lakeside, Bill became close friends with Paul Allen, a shy but brilliant older student who shared his passion for technology. Paul saw not just Bill's intelligence, but his fire, his ability to think big, move fast, and dream boldly. In 1971, Bill and Paul built a small venture called Trafodata, analyzing traffic tapes for local governments. It wasn't a major success, but it sharpened their skills and taught them what real business felt like. Later, when Bill went to Harvard, he intended to study law like his father. But deep down, his heart still belonged to computers. Every chance he got, he explored new programming languages and stayed updated with emerging technology. Then everything changed. The birth of Microsoft. In 1975, Paul Allen discovered an article about the Altair 8800, one of the earliest personal computers. They immediately realized this was their moment. Computers were moving from industrial labs to people's homes. The future was being written. Bill boldly called the makers of Altair, claiming he and Paul had already created software for the machine. They hadn't, but they got to work instantly, coding day and night. Their software worked and the company wanted more. So Bill made the biggest decision of his life. He dropped out of Harvard to start a company with Paul Allen. They named it Microsoft, a blend of microcomputer and software. The rise of a tech empire. Microsoft grew quickly as Bill pushed himself and his employees relentlessly. He had a sharp memory, intense focus, and the ability to spot tiny flaws instantly. His high standards could be difficult, but they also produced software that was stable, powerful, and ahead of its time. Their big break came when IBM asked Microsoft to create an operating system for its PCs. Bill saw the enormous potential. Instead of building one from scratch, he cleverly purchased an existing system, QDOS, improved it, and licensed it to IBM under a brilliant condition. Microsoft could sell it to other companies too. This system became MS-DOS, the backbone of millions of computers. Then came Windows, which introduced a visual interface that forever changed the way humans interacted with machines. By age 31, Bill Gates was a billionaire. By the 1990s, Microsoft was the most powerful software company in the world. By the 2000s, his technologies shaped nearly every office, school, and home. A new mission, changing the world. Though Microsoft made him wealthy beyond imagination, Bill Gates' greatest impact came later. In 2000, Bill and his wife Melinda founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the world's largest private philanthropic organization. Their mission: eradicate diseases, improve global healthcare, expand access to education, fight poverty, provide vaccines to children worldwide. Their work saved millions of lives, especially in countries with limited resources. Bill Gates transformed from a tech genius into a humanitarian visionary. Legacy of curiosity, innovation, and compassion. Bill Gates' life shows that success is built on an insatiable desire to learn, courage to take risks, relentless hard work, the willingness to dream big, the heart that wants to give back. From a curious boy in Seattle to a world-changing innovator, Gates proved that one mind, one idea, and one act of courage can transform the future. Thank you for listening. See you in next Audiobook Daily.